Just moments ago, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that a Russian strike in Ukraine was carried out by, quote, an experimental non-nuclear ballistic missile which has a medium range. A U.S. official made a similar assessment earlier today after Ukraine accused the Kremlin of firing an intercontinental ballistic missile, a weapon designed to deliver long-distance nuclear warheads. These are new photos obtained exclusively by CNN showing the missile debris in the Ukrainian city of Dnipro. We want to get a military perspective now. Joining us is retired Lieutenant General Ben Hodges, former commander of U.S. Army forces in Europe. Sir, thank you so much for being with us. I do wonder about this distinction. The Kremlin saying this is an experimental medium-range ballistic missile. How is that different from an intercontinental ballistic missile?
Well, first of all, the ICBM, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, that name evokes something that makes people think of the Holocaust, World War III, nuclear Holocaust, or World War III. And I think that got out and got people overly excited, which, of course, is exactly what the Russians wanted in the beginning. Now they're saying, oh, well, it's this medium range, not an intercontinental ballistic missile. And also it looks to be, it's been labeled as experimental. I think that's because it looks like it was not very effective. It clearly was not carrying a nuclear warhead. And when I've looked at the video of the pieces or the warheads that did impact around Dnipropetrovsk, it did not cause much damage. So it's hard to say how effective this weapon is. The point is, we should allow our intelligence agencies to do their assessment. Don't take the bait. This is Russian scaremongering to try and get us to stop supporting Ukraine.
And General, there is also, there's also something specific about this kind of technology that does hint at some of Moscow's threats over nuclear weapons, right?
Well, the fact that there was confusion about what it was, I think and obviously this is a dangerous weapon, there's no doubt about that, but they have been using nuclear-capable weapons against Ukraine from the very beginning. There's 4 or 5 different types of missiles and other weapons that are delivered by various means that are all capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. So again, I think that we should not make too much out of this. In fact, it strikes me a little bit of Russian, they're worried. They're worried because they see that Ukraine already is achieving very good effect with the ATACMS and also with the Storm Shadows, which they can now use against headquarters, against logistics. And so the Russians are going to do what they can to try and decision to move forward on doing this.
General, I also want to ask you about the closure of U.S., Greek, and Spanish embassies in Kyiv. How do you read those closures? Is it a sign that there's concern within those countries of Russia targeting those facilities?
Well, I think there were indications here over the last couple of days, and this points to the excellence of our intelligence and our early warning systems. There were indicators that something like this was going to happen. They may not have known the target, obviously, but if you're going to launch a weapon like an ICBM, or in this case, this medium-range weapon, there are a lot of things that happen that can be detected. So I don't know this, but my guess is that they decided to alert the various embassies that there could be something coming towards Kyiv. And so the different nations took different steps to deal with that. So I think that this was appropriate. We'll probably see our great diplomats back at work. In fact, I'm pretty sure some of them never left. They'll be back at work tomorrow.
Lieutenant General Ben Hodges, great to get your analysis. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for the privilege.
CNN's Nick Peyton Walsh is in Kyiv for us. Here's what he had to say about the attack earlier.
Zelensky has said the speed, the trajectory suggests, the altitude suggests that this was an intercontinental ballistic missile, and his Air Force have been more explicit, directly suggesting that. A Western official, speaking on the sidelines of a summit in Southeast Asia, has hinted that this may not have been an intercontinental ballistic missile, just a ballistic missile. That there's semantics here, the capability, the range, how long it actually ended up being fired. Ultimately, though, I think what appears to have happened here is Russia has used a new type of missile in this particular attack. Their bid, as I say, of showing that there's more in their arsenal than they've used yet. I should point out this obviously had a conventional payload upon it, but much of the arsenal it might be reaching towards are delivery devices that may also contain or may be designed to transport nuclear warheads. No suggestion that's the case, but that's sort of the subtext potentially of them reaching into ballistic missiles of this particular nature.
I want to bring in CNN Pentagon correspondent Oren Lieberman because, as I understand, you're getting some new descriptors on what was actually used here.
We are now hearing from the U.S. weighing in on this, where officials say this was an experimental medium-range ballistic missile. So not, as Ukraine has initially claimed, an intercontinental ballistic missile, an ICBM, but an experimental intermediate-range ballistic missile. Now, the difference here may not be all that significant. It's purely the range of the missile itself. It doesn't describe the capability of the missile or what it's able to do. The U.S. now coming out and saying they were aware that Russia might be firing this type of missile, although the U.S. has not identified specifically the type of missile used. And in recent days, they have briefed not only Ukraine, but on close partners and allies about the potential Russian use of this missile. Now, the U.S. official we've spoken with says Russia doesn't have a lot of these missiles, describing it as, quote, only a handful. So there isn't some unlimited supply of this new experimental type of missile, but it obviously is very significant. The official does note, however, that Russia, or rather that Ukraine, has withstood powerful assaults before, including from missiles with larger warheads. So this isn't the most powerful weapon we have seen used against Ukraine. As we just heard Nick Patton Walsh point out, this was obviously conventionally armed. Now, the U.S. official wouldn't say what other more powerful weapons Russia has used, but that may be a reference to the 1.5-ton aerial glide bombs that Russia has been launching against Ukraine for months that have devastated Ukrainian air defenses and cities. Regardless, however, the U.S. does see this as an escalation, a new type of weapon introduced into the battlefield used by Russian forces. This wasn't the only missile in the attack. Ukraine also saying that Kinzhal ballistic missiles were used, as were a number of cruise missiles in this attack on the city of Dnipro here. The U.S. insisting it will continue to supply Ukraine with air defenses, and we saw just another military aid package announced yesterday. But clearly there is a need, and the U.S. is very well aware of this, for more of the types of weapons, missiles, and capabilities that are able to intercept these sorts of attacks that are having a devastating effect across Ukraine. Some of the latest decisions by the U.S. are trying to stem slow, gradual, brutal Russian advances. For example, allowing Ukraine to use its own U.S.-made long-range missiles against Russia and approving the transfer of anti-personnel mines to Ukraine. This just gives you a sense, Omar, of the difficulties on the battlefield, the challenges Ukraine faces, and the U.S. doing as much as it can right now to sort of put Ukraine in as strong a position as possible, and Russia coming right back with their own escalatory steps.
Bullshit. Let's go right away. THAAD. Can I find it? Terminal High Altitude Area Defense. This is what the Ukraine, what you call it, motherfucker? Vladimir Zelensky, whatever his goddamn name is. This is what he's asking for inventor Lockheed Martin. Oh shit. Right? THAAD. Terminal High Altitude Area Defense. Okay? Right? This is what Zelensky was asking for to defend against these intercontinental ballistic missiles that were fired upon Ukraine. I mean, I would see the shit that bothers the shit out of me, okay, is Ukraine is the home of the Caucasus Mountains. The Caucasus Mountains, Caucasus by definition means cave dweller. and they took that definition off the internet. You can't find it anywhere. This is before YouTube and Mark Zuckerberg and all of the rest of these ridiculous assholes started fucking with the information that was already put there by them. Okay, so it's hard to find it. It's information. You got to keep going down this rabbit hole, that rabbit hole, this rabbit hole, that rabbit hole. Man, okay. And it is difficult to find information. I found it. Look, the Caucasus Mountains is the home of the cave dwellers. The only cave dwelling people on the face of the earth right today are the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. Which countries have THAAD? Oh shit, the United States. The U.S. has had THAAD systems stationed in South Korea since 2007. Also has THAAD batteries in the United Arab Emirates. The U.S. recently deployed THAAD to Israel. Okay, deployed THAAD to Israel, you understand? To help defend the country against missile threats from Iran and Hezbollah, who are defended by, you guessed it, Russia. United Arab Emirates has 2 operational THAAD batteries. In 2022, these batteries intercepted ballistic missiles targeting oil facilities near the Al Dhafra air base. Saudi Arabia, oh shit, signed an agreement in 2017 to purchase 7 THAAD batteries, with the first delivery scheduled for 2026. Right? So Saudi Arabia, America's going to pick on Saudi Arabia, right? America's going to pick on Saudi Arabia because, see, look, delivery scheduled for 2026, they have no defense to help them against America. Okay? Because Saudi Arabia signed up in the BRICS nations with Russia in 2023. Okay? In 2024, Saudi Arabia secured a joint production deal to become the second country to produce THAAD components. Okay? See? Come on, man. Other countries that may have future THAAD deployments include Romania, Turkey. Turkey's a part of goddamn NATO, ain't it? So is Japan. What the fuck? Right? Oman and Taiwan? Man, come on, man. Yeah. If America tries to pick on any of these countries that have the, what is the name of the goddamn thing? Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, missile defense systems. Excuse me. America ain't gonna win. Right? They'll just keep on throwing thermonuclear weapons at America until the shit is what do you call it? Brimstone. Let's get it. Hold on. I was doing some research on the inheritance of God's children. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's children. Hold on now. Okay, Isaiah 34, where you at? Verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Right? Now, Zion are the memorial of Israel found in Isaiah. Hold on. Chapter 10, verse 20. Right? NLT. In that day, the remnant left in Israel, the survivors in the house of Jacob. Now, the remnant left in Israel, remember, is a people before it's a place. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. They're the same people. Jerusalem and Judah are the 12 tribes of Israel. Jerusalem are the northern tribes. Judah are the southern tribes. You understand? That make up the whole 12 tribes of the house of Israel. Okay? In that day, now the remnant is the elect of the house of Israel, okay, which is 1/3. That's all that's going to be left. Esau, Edom, the rod of the Most High's inheritance, is going to punish the inheritance of 2/3 of our people that are hard-headed, stiff-necked, that refuse to go back, return, and repent, and keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. Just by practice, they might be saved. But they ain't going to do it. The survivors in the house of Jacob, survivors, right? will no longer depend on allies. What allies? Allies, okay. The tabernacles of Edom, and of Ishmaelites, and of Moab, and of Ammon, and of the Philistines. The Philistines are the modern day Palestinians, right? I think you know that. The Philistines changed their name from the Philistines to Palestine in, what was it, either 1833 or 1933. I have to go back and double check. But that's, I mean, you know, hey, look, that's what they done. It's too late. Who seek to destroy them, but they will faithfully trust the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of Israel. A people before it's a place that have been scattered amongst all nations, right? A remnant will return. Yes, a remnant of Jacob will return. Why? Where? To where are they going to return to? To fearing the Most High God and keeping His commandments. This is what they, let me read it again. Jacob 10 and 21. A remnant will return, right? Yes, the remnant of Jacob will return to the mighty power. Okay, let's go find out where they're going to return to. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of a whole matter. Fear the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and keep His commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment. The Most High loves judgment. He wants to kick your ass. He wants to destroy you, to kill you. No problem. To delete you. Okay. No problem. Gives Him great joy to do it because you will not fear Him and keep His commandments. Okay? You just don't want to do it. Okay, let's go prove that. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 8. Hold on. Now go and write it before them in a table, Salakia, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Right? Which say to the seers, right, the prophets, that the Most High had gracious and abundant mercy to send in these last days, standing on street corners, risking their lives and their freedom to stand up to the truth, telling you to your face, standing boldly before the face of such as have afflicted them through oppression, murder, rape, and theft. Okay. See not, and to the prophets prophesy not unto us right things. So in other words, NLT, they tell the seers, stop seeing visions. They tell the prophets, don't tell us what is right. Tell us nice things. Tell us lies. What the fuck, man? So 2/3 of our people are going to be left here and melted, burnt, mutilated, and destroyed by the rod of the Most High's inheritance, right? Now, the rod of the Most High's inheritance is Isaiah, right? Chapter 5, 10, right? Verse 5. Assyrian chapter 10 verse 5. O Assyrian. The Assyrian in the biblical scriptures is Esau, Edom, the oppressor. The rod of mine anger. The staff of their hand is mine indignation. So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai created these goddamn devils to punish Esau, Edom, to punish themselves, and to punish all nations upon the face of the earth. What nations? Really? Okay. Let's go to Psalm 83. Let's find them. Right? Psalm 83 and 4. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance. They don't give a shit about you. They want to kill you. If you are black, Negro, Latino, or Native American, or of the scattered Israelites, Israelite foreigners that have been scattered amongst all the nations upon the face of the earth, whose bloodlines go back to the Israelites of the 12 tribes. Right? They don't want you no more in remembrance. They want to kill you off. That's just how they do it. They breed you out. And those that are hard-headed and stiff-necked enough to buck up against their different systems and the different nations in which they've been scattered to, they'll just hang your ass from a tree, right? For they have consulted together with one consent. Where did they consult together? The United Nations, World Economic Forum, World Health Organization, right? Bilderberger Group, BlackRock. Where else did they consult together, right? The Council on Foreign Relations, the Council on Foreign Affairs, CFR. Okay. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Against who? The Most High's children. The tabernacles of Edom, the Edomites, Esau, Edom, those so-called white men, and the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, the mixed mongrel race of Moab, the Chinese, the Hagarenes, the Egyptians, Gebal, more Egyptians, and Ammon, the Japanese, and Amalek, those that call themselves the JEWs and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan, right? And the Philistines, the Palestinians, and the inhabitants of Tyre, right? South Africa, and Ashur also is joined with them. Yeah, the Assyrians, Libya. They have hope in the children of Lot. The children of Lot are Ammon and Moab. Okay? These are the individuals that are going to be left here and melted. Right? Isaiah 34:8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, the year of recompenses, payback for the controversy of Zion. You know, the law is done away with. Right? This is what they tell you, man. I'm trying to cook at the same time, y'all. Please excuse me and forgive me. You know, Salakia. I got to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? When they turn the lights off and the power off, you got to do what you got to do. You know, can't be mad about that. Anyway, verse 9, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. So 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 is telling you what's going on. Ezekiel chapter 22 verse 18 through 22 is trying to tell you what's going on, but you're not listening. You don't believe it? Go back and check those biblical prophecies concerning burning a great furnace, fervent heat. The only thing that can create these fervent heat is intercontinental ballistic missiles with a thermonuclear payload warhead on the tip of it. Okay? Now you saw just how fast they attack. Attack them. Ain't that a bitch? That ain't gonna do nothing. That ain't gonna do nothing. Vladimir Putin can take them RS-28 Sarmat missiles, thermonuclear missiles, right? The indignation of the Lord's anger, and put a thermonuclear payload on them and eradicate the European nations. EU is fucked, and they know it, man. Come on now, right? And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched day nor night. The smoke thereof shall go up forever from generation to generation. It shall lie waste, and none shall pass through it forever. Okay? There's nothing these goddamn Edomites can do. They are screwed. Straight fuck in the ass with no grease. Okay? Now, let's go to Isaiah on these cities. Right? Because the Lord ain't trying to deal with this shit, right? Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children. Who? The children of the Edomites and the heathen nations, for the iniquity of their fathers. What is iniquity? Sin added unto sin, unrepented of, right? That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. The Most High don't want cities around, because this is where you amalgamate pedophilia, necrophilia, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whispering, backbiting, haters of the Most High God through different devices. Look, let's go get it. Means I'm full of shit, right? I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I get it. Nobody cares about me. Hold on. It's all good. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1, know this also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. You find incontinent, false accusers, and fierce on UFC, right? Traitors, heady, high-minded, Oh, you can't tell me what to do. Walking around proud as fuck with their chest stuck out, right? Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, right? They got porno for that. Having a form of godliness, but of denying the power thereof, right? A form of godliness. IUIC, ISUPK. Pull that up. Pull it up on your YouTube search engine. You ain't got nothing else better to do. Fuck it. Pull it up. See if I'm lying. They have a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Oh no, Geno Jennings is in on it. Oh yeah, them Jesuit priesthood, aka apologetics, Vocab Malone. He's in on it too. You know, you got the Universalist ideological church of the Catholic system that have decided to pay people $833 million, almost $1 billion, 12 to 1,600 people that have been touched and fondled and manipulated by the priests of such said religion as a payback, a recompense for the wickedness that was done to those individuals, those victims. Right? 1,600, between, 1,200 and 1,600 people, little kids that grew to adulthood and started to decide to get the courage to tell the entire world what happened to them. You know? Real shit, man. This shit is really happening, man. Okay. The form of godliness, right? But denying the power of from such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. You know, they got the little what it says in Romans chapter 1 verse what was it? Well, let's start at 21. Let's just read it. Romans 1 and 21, because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Right? That's what happened here in America. Right? LBGTQXYZ, ABCDEFG, punk shit. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the incorruptible power into an image, right? Image. Uh-oh, they done pissed me off again. Let's get them. Uh-oh. An image. Okay, well, we can go to that too, right? An image of the Most High. Let me give you an example of the image of these people. The image, right? Let me find you an image of what they say is the Son of God, right? Okay, this is the image I'm talking about. See, look. This is the image that the world accepts, right? Didn't Yahushua say it? I come in my Father's name, and me you will not accept. But if another come in his own name, him you will accept. A God that said that looks like this. Not this goddamn Edomite punk. Okay? And then when we try to tell you the truth, you think we lying to you, like we did something wrong. Right? And change the glory of the incorruptible power into an image made like unto corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. LBGTQXYZ community punk shit. The Rainbow Coalition. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, you just saw it, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use for that which is against nature. What does that mean? Lesbianism. Women bumping and grinding at the Y, licking and sucking on each other like it's okay. Right? Monthlies, licking and sucking on their monthly blood flow. Sounds horrible, doesn't it? But that's what they do. They've been doing it for years. Romans chapter 1, verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind. That's reprobate. Let's go find it. Reprobate. What the hell is a reprobate mind? Let's find out. Hold on. Let's go find out. To a reprobate mind. Right. Reprobate. There it is. Reprobate.
Strong's G96. Adakimos.
Adjective, a negative participle. Not standing the test. Not approved. Properly used, well, whatever. That which does not prove itself such as it ought. Okay. Men with men, right? If you're not proving yourself as you ought to as a man. Right? Unfit, unproved, spurious, reprobate, rejected, cast away. Right? Unapproved, rejected, by implication, worthless. Okay, so you got a goddamn nation full of worthless fucking people, right? Okay. And likewise, also the men leaving the natural use of the woman. What is the natural use of the woman? To impregnate, to make the woman to conceive, right? To conceive means to make pregnant. Burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. Even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, and wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, and full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whispering, backbiters, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Right? So the Most High, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, is going to destroy these people, right? Men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers. Oh man, you can trust me. Tell your goddamn lie, right? Did not Esau, Edom say the same thing in Psalms 55 and 20, right? Okay, let's go get it, just in case you don't understand what I'm saying. He's 55 and 20, right? He hath put forth his hands as such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant, right? His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay? So, yeah. Okay. Hold on. Without natural effect, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Right? For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead silly women captive, laden with sin, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. And this is what 2/3 of our people have been doing fucking for centuries, man. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 verse 1. Set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough of my life. I got enough. I got a shed full of this. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai will surely of revenge thy pride. Right? Doing what you want to do. Do as thou wilt. Right? To walk in the ways of thy heart. Right? Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long-suffering, he will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, or the atonement, right? Be not without fear to add sin unto sin, which is iniquity. And say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins, for mercy and wrath come from him. Okay, and his indignation, right, righteous anger, resteth upon sinners. Okay, verse 7, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is therein, and the foundations of water, come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Okay, set not thy heart upon goods unjustly gotten. How do you unjustly get goods? Theft, right? For they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. So when Jacob's trouble jumps off, you're going to run out of that shit quick. You're going to be trying to put your hand out to help everybody else to stay away from you, right? By the time you look up, it's all gone, right? So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is sending a warning to the rest of the world using Gog, Vladimir Putin, and Magog, the land of Russia in which he dwells, to tell you to your face, you had better repent. Or he's going to just simply tell you, the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is going to burn your ass the fuck up, and nothing you can do about it. Okay? Hold on. Let's go get it. Right? Proverbs 21, verse 1, the king's heart enters in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Don't believe it? Okay, let's go over here to Ezekiel 38. Right? Verse 2. Okay, hold on. Let's go to another book. Ezekiel, right? Chapter 38. Right? Ezekiel 38. Verse 3. And say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, Vladimir Putin, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, right? And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. What is the modern day sword? Guns, bullets, drones, tanks, planes. God damn it. Do you understand? Bucklers and shields, all sorts of armor, even a great company, all of them clothed, horsemen and horses, an army. Did Vladimir Putin just not tell the entire world he signed a contract with Kim Jong-il, whatever his goddamn name is, right? Okay. Told him what to do. Bring your army over here, man. I need your help to help kick these assholes. Okay. Think they ain't doing it? Okay. Come on, man. Y'all better wake up, man. This world that you love so much, that you are in love with, you are just in love with these Edomite devils, it's over, man. It's all over for these devils, man. They gotta go, man. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the creator of all things, has had enough of these goddamn devils. It's time for their ass to have payback for what they've done to the children of Israel, man. You know, our people don't even know who the fuck they are. It's time for they gotta go, man. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands. Gomer is Turkey, right? The house of Togarmah, okay, north and south Turkey, of the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with thee. Okay, these are all parts of the BRICS nations now. Okay, the entire world is going to get pissed off at these goddamn devils, man, and push the button. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7, the Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. They're pissed off. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hands, a cup that made the whole world earth drunk. The nations drank Babylon's wine, and it drove them all mad. They're all pissed off. Mad. Mutually assured destruction. The only way to get this mutually assured destruction is with intercontinental ballistic missiles, in which all of the BRICS nations have access to through Gog, Vladimir Putin and Russia, Magog, the land in which he sits. You people, are you retarded? Anyway, I'm going to get off this video. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashimi Awashai, Hamashiach. Shalom.